Hey guys, welcome to a new series with myself and
Stephina for now.
so yes, we want to show you guys how to create your own wire bra from scratch, like bending the wire, measuring, wrapping, padding, gemming, everything. Also, I want you guys to properly wear them, the bottoms and the top. Also,
Choosing the correct wire bra for your breast shape, your breast size, your breast weight. All of that matters when you are picking your wire bra. So we just wanted to get into the nitty gritty of the wire bra construction and then basically show you guys how to do everything concerning your wire bra.
save a little bit of money because we know things are expensive. Cost of living is going up, wages aren't. So we're trying to show you guys ways to save money, know how to do it yourself and whatnot.
Right, and you know that we are DIY girls.
Right, so, true.
Right, true. Materials that you are going to need. You are going to need wire, a marker, wire cutter, and also a needle nose pliers for making loops. You're going to need a scissors, measuring tape, spray glue, a glue gun, and a glue stick. You need fiberglass tape, filament tape. You can use other types of tape, but this is what is preferred when you are doing anything with wire bending. Foam, fabric for wrapping, and of course you need our gems. So that's generally what you would need to make a wire bra. Now, when choosing your wire bra, it's important to know your bra cup size. Not too much the width, because the width we can use the straps, and the straps are adjustable. So what you want to do is measure from under your armpit, middle, and then under your other armpit. So you're gonna do that. So I got 22. So this is going to be the length of my underwire. The shape that we're going to do today is a basic triangular wire bra, right? So what we did, we measured our underwire and we got 22. So what we're gonna do now is cut 22 inches of wire. So we're gonna measure from the end of the wire all the way around, and we wanna give it some extra for loops. So I'm gonna actually take it to about 25 and a half, 26. 26 is fine. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna find the middle, which is 13 inches from the end. I'm gonna take my marker and I'm gonna mark it. So now we have the general shape of our wire bra, right? Okay, so for me, I like my shape a bit more round, so I'm gonna bend it a little lower. So we have this part is on our sternum or our breastbone. This is the middle. Now we know that this is too wide, so what I have here is something that's round. You can get anything that's round to basically shape your bra. So I'm gonna do one piece at a time, and I'm just gonna hold it taut to the bottle, and I'm just gonna make it round. This is what we have. So we're kind of getting the shape. This is what we have now. So I'm gonna do the same thing with the other piece. So now we're gonna tape our underwire together, and we're gonna hold it together, middle together. We're just gonna get a piece of tape, and then we're gonna start taping. It's just a general over under. Just wrap it as tightly as possible so it doesn't come apart. Okay. So this is our frame, our underwire, just taped together. Okay. So I mentioned that we left an extra, maybe what, 2 inches for bending the loop. So I'm just gonna trim some of the excess wire so it can be even. So we're just gonna chop that little piece. Oh, this one is actually pretty even. All right, so we're just gonna measure. To be honest, I don't measure this part, but guys, for even and evenness and symmetry, please do. I use the width of my pliers and I just bend and I make a little loop like that. So the widest part of my pliers, like I said, you need a needle nose pliers, or you can use a general pliers, as long as your fold is against the flat side, you should be fine. And then we're just gonna straighten that up a bit. Then we make our loop channel. So bra is coming together. I'm just gonna tape this a bit so it doesn't move. Okay. So this is our wire bra frame, underwire frame. All right, so we're gonna move on to the cups. We are making a triangle shape. So what you want to do now is take your measuring tape. Okay, we're starting from the 1. We're gonna go up and measure the fullness of our bust. I'm gonna bring it, personally I like a little, you know, a little shoulder. So we're gonna go until maybe 5.5. And then you're gonna need 2 pieces. So in total, that will give us 11 inches. So we need a piece of wire that's 11 inches. However, we're gonna make it a bit longer so we can bind it to the underwire frame. So I actually like to, just for stability and the sturdiness, I actually am gonna just double this and just make it maybe about, maybe 20. So I can have enough wire to bind it to my underwire. So I've already cut these pieces and it's the same instruction. We're gonna just find the middle and that's where we're going to make the point of our triangle. So this is 20. We're gonna take our marker, we're gonna mark it at the 10, which is the halfway mark. We're gonna do the same thing with the other piece. So now that we found the center of both pieces, we're going to do the same thing like when we were making the middle of our wire bra, and we're just going to bend it. Now that we have our middle, we're going to measure each piece down 5.5 inches, and then we're going to make our next joint or bending point. So that's 5.5 on each side. So what we do to one cup, we're gonna do to the other cup for the sake of symmetry. So we notice that we bent it in so we can get the points of our triangle. We're gonna bend the marks that we made, we're gonna bend them out. So from that mark, from the mark that we made from 5.5 inches, we're gonna bend outwards. So it's gonna look like this. I'm not super happy with this bend because it's a little bit wonky in my opinion. So I'm gonna fix it, and how we fix it, we're just gonna take the bend itself and we're just gonna put it between the flat parts of the pliers like that, and we're just gonna straighten it back out. So I did not like that. We're just gonna straighten it back out and then we're gonna rebend it. So we're placing it by that mark and then now we're gonna rebend it. Okay, that's a lot better. So this part is the actual cup of our wire bras, and these are the parts that are going to be joined to the underwire. So this is what it will look like. So what we do to one, we're gonna do to the next one. Okay. So we're just gonna size them up to ensure that they are at least close in width, and they are pretty close in width. Just gonna do that. So good to go. Okay, so now we're going to join our cups to our underwire. Usually I tend to, you know, measure it on myself, try to see where mine, like I said, you have to know where your areola or your nipples are going to fall. Mine are generally in the middle, so I put this here and try to figure out. Usually I'm in front of a mirror. Right. So once we figured out where we want to place, because you can do a triangle shape to the side, you can do a triangle shape to the middle, you can do a wider one, whatever shape you want to do. This is just generally a universal shape, so you can place it anywhere that you'd like. So we're gonna take one side of the wire bra. This might be a little bit long for my frame, so I'm just gonna cut off a little bit. It's way better to have more wire than less, because then you can always trim it down to where you need it and shape it to your liking. So I'm going to put some tape right here, just on the outer edge of this, and we're gonna just tape it together. So we're taping at the edge, at the very end first, and then we're gonna tape closer to the joint. Okay, so when I reach here, I typically go over the joint and then over the wire, so it's a bit more secure. So that's one side. We're just gonna straighten it up a bit, so we're gonna move it. And then now we're gonna take this side, get it taut to the middle, like that. We're gonna cut off this, because we don't need it. Like I said, it's better to have way more than too little bit. Okay, so we have one cut on so far. Now we're gonna do this, what we do to one side, we're gonna do to the next side.
So as you can see, guys, I'm just measuring everything, making sure everything is symmetrical. It's important. What we do to one side, we do to the next. Unless we're doing something that's asymmetrical or something that's completely abstract, we need to make sure that our wire bras are symmetrical. It's also important, like I mentioned before, to know where your areolas are going to be placed. A lot of us choose designs because they're cute and we forget, okay, my nipples fall going maybe downwards, maybe upwards, maybe side. Like, we have to make sure that we are gonna feel the most covered and comfortable as well, because at the end of the day, it's a wire bra. It's not a full coverage bra, it's a costume piece. So please take that into consideration when you're choosing your frame.
So this is our general wire bra shape. So I'm just gonna put a mirror. Okay, we're good. Okay, so this is pretty good to me. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna make some loops. Okay. So now we're just gonna make some loops. And we're just gonna cut some wire. Anything from, I would say, maybe 4 to 5 inches. This is about what, 4, maybe 3.5, 4 inches. And we're just going to bend it. So we're gonna place not the middle, but the middle, nonetheless, into the plier, and we're gonna press the ends around the pliers. Now when we move it, we should have a little loop. And we're gonna do the same thing to the other piece.
To one side, we're gonna go ahead and do to the next side, okay? So we are just measuring where we want to place our loops. I'm gonna measure it up against myself, of course, to ensure that it's gonna fall where I need it to. And then once I'm satisfied, I'm gonna go ahead and tape that down. Ensure that we're taping this as securely as possible, because this is where we will experience the most tension. Our strings will be pulling through this loop and we don't want it to come apart, okay? So we're just gonna make sure that everything is secure, and once it is, I'm going to measure it up against myself again, ensuring it's in the right place, and then we're gonna do the same thing to the next side. All right, so we're just gonna make sure that's taped down as securely as possible.
And once that is done, we will actually complete the wire bra frame. In the next video, we should show you how to wrap and pad your wire bra. So if you have followed us throughout this entire video, you should have something that looks like this. I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and please join us in the next video where we'll show you how to wrap, pad, and gem your wire bra. Okay? Thank you so much.